got the juice, I play for hours. Coldest thing running, unlimited power. Doing my thing.
Alright, so really quickly, we had some trades today. I know everybody's talked about them, but I haven't talked about them yet. So, the biggest one is that everybody's kind of upset about is Courtney Williams going to the Breeze, which, yeah, okay, you have age going to the youth team, but it'll maybe be good to have some veteran leadership over there. I heard Courtney talking about, or saw someone wrote about her saying that she would love to get Paige off the ball and be able to handle more of the playmaking capabilities and get her in more scoring situations. So that'll be interesting to see how that adds up. I don't know if it moves the needle per se, but it's a good replacement for a player who isn't going to play the rest of the season in McDonald's. So that's a good pickup, I think. Or I guess it's yet to be seen, but I don't think it's a terrible pickup. Then you have Sanaya going to the Vinyl, which, I don't know how much she's going to get playing time, for the rest of the season, because this is a pretty stacked team. But again, they needed some kind of shake up because it just wasn't working. I've been saying for the whole season now that it seems like this team should be able to do more than what they've been doing, but they haven't been. So now you get a bigger forward that can make, that can play defense, and can play around a bunch of players that are all offensively capable. I think she comes in as one of the strongest defenders on the team outside of someone who offers size like Brittany Griner. And then obviously we know Ryan can guard where she needs to, but I think Sanaya will work well with this team, and this team might be the trade to help them figure things out. Now for the Hive, they traded they got Azare from the Rose. And what I said before is that Azare is, along with Lexi Holmes, one of the best offensive rebounders this year. And so what the Hive automatically add is a good offensive rebounder. They add size, because when you look at their roster, they got her, they got Ezzy, which is, I think she's been out. And then you add her, she's more of a plus player offensively versus a net negative when you come to offense like Sanaya was. So I think this kind of helps balance this team out, and they can kind of do like some of the teams have been playing and running double bigs, because she can also shoot. And she can also put the ball on the floor. So that kind of helps them out. And so I look for the Hive to maybe be closer in a lot more games, as long as she gets more burn than she was on the Rose, which I think just between her and Lexi, she got the short end of the stick once Kai came back. It was just, there's not enough time to put her out there and also put Lexi out there while running Chelsea and Kai and Shakira. So it's just not enough time. The bulk of the minutes are going to go there. So she just wasn't going to get ticked there. So hopefully she gets more with the Hive. But it'll be interesting. I think the biggest one that just is kind of interesting is, like everybody's saying, is the Courtney going to the Breeze. Because I guess they needed another guard. But I don't know. But I do like this. I do like Sanaya with the Vinyl, and I like Azare with a chance to get more playing time. I just think these fit a little better. It's a way to balance the teams out a little bit, at least a couple of them. Because like I said, we don't know what will happen with the Breeze, and it's pretty interesting. I like trades. Knowing that we have such a crazy off-season potentially happening at some point in the WNBA, it's fun to actually see some kind of player movement in Unrivaled, because it's kind of something I think we've been fiending for a while. So it's a good day for player news and things like that. So I like that. Real quick, I also have basically like with the one-on-one thing that's coming up, and that's kind of why I wanted to do this week a little different, is I want to go over real quick some of the last picks that I have. I don't want to go through the whole bracket because it just would take too much time. But basically I have, so let's just go we can do quarterfinals. So for quarterfinals, I have Kelsey versus Kelsey, Paige versus Jackie, Kalia versus Marina, Brianna versus Aaliyah. And then I have, going back up, I have Kelsey Plum winning and going against Jackie Young. Then I have Marina going against Brianna Stewart. And then I have Jackie Young beating Kelsey, and then Brianna beating Marina, and then Brianna winning the whole thing. And I think when I was talking to my friend about this, we both think that the winner's going to come out of Pod D. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, because that's what we're going to have, after these games that have been played tonight. That's what our next hoops is Wednesday, I think, starts the one-on-one tournament, and they're just going to go from there. So we'll be down some games for a while. But those are my picks. I'll probably try to post all of my picks somewhere. But I think, like I said, I think Brianna Stewart's going to come out of it. But can't wait to see them and can't wait to break down. And hopefully I got a bunch of right picks. Maybe I got a perfect bracket. I don't know, but we'll see. But until then, I'll see y'all later. Peace. Nobody was going to tell me about this? That's crazy. It's coming soon. Who could be coming soon? Everybody wants it to be Angel. Some people said it was Izzy. But I wonder if it's going to be somebody completely different. I don't know. Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z, I guess.